Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My lovely name is Harvey.
And I'm Arnold.
And today we're going to talk about an issue that is an issue in most relationships.
Yep. Should I know about Lihabi's past relationship?
Do you think it's important for you to know about your partner's relationship? That is what we're going to discuss today. So if you want to know more about this topic, please stay tuned and watch till the end.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day.
So first and foremost, I'd like to know about my partner's past because history tends to repeat itself. Yeah. I would like to know how your relationship started, what went wrong, and what made you break up. Was it because of other commitment? Is it one partner was not committed? Is it school? Is it maybe the work? Or what? Knowing about your past and how your previous relationships were will help me avoid making some of the mistakes which happened in the past.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me as a person, I'm always not in support of this motion. Simply because if, I've decided that, okay, the past has happened in the past and I want to move on as a person. So if I decide to have a relationship with you, I expect you to be mature about it and we just start from scratch. You get to know me, I get to know you, and we just get to appreciate ourselves the way we are as at now.
Okay, have you ever found yourself in a situation where you're in one relationship, something came up, you parted ways, you enter into another relationship, similar thing happens, you break up, another one. So knowing about what happened in your previous relationship, I guess it will help you to avoid making the same mistakes again.
I'm always not in support of that, because if you want to know me as a person, let's just start. We talk. If you see like there is any behavior or anything that I'm doing that you're not impressed with, and if I get to notice some behavior that I also don't like in you, that is where we get to talk and draw a few lines and boundaries here and there. And if it's too hard, I think we don't have to push it so far. Yeah, so that is my whole point. Like, let's just leave the past behind.
It's okay, it's understandable, but then I guess as a man or as a human being, yes, there are some of the things which I will learn to know about your past. I might not necessarily want to know the number of people you are in a relationship with or you had any sexual encounters with, but I would love to know some things. Yeah. This is the point where you ask me things like what?
I was waiting for you to finish your head. Now you can tell us.
No, ask me.
Things like?
Okay, first and foremost, I'd like to know whether you have any children from your past relationship. Have you been married? Yeah, these are some of the things which I would want to know. I would want to know. You understand that in the current generation, you can enter into a relationship with somebody. Maybe they have 3 children, maybe more, and this person won't be open to you.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are some of the things which you will want to know from your past, and many more. Okay.
I think as a person, I wouldn't be like, why would I want to hide my life? Like, okay, I don't want to talk about my past, but why would I hide that I have 1 child or 2 children?
Well, you might be in a relationship where you disclosed the number of children you had and the person ran away.
Okay.
So you might be avoiding such a situation from happening.
Bringing me to my next point. Some of these things that happened in your past were so traumatic. Maybe you went through some traumatic events or you had a bad partner. Things just didn't go as well as you had planned. So some of these things they really sucked up all the energy in you. You spent a lot of time, resources, and in return you didn't get something good, So these are the kind of things that you want to forget completely. So when you're trying to move on and start life afresh, someone is bringing you to your past, to these things that you don't want to remember. Like, why should I talk about something that I'm trying so hard to forget?
Okay, I understand you, but when I'm trying to understand about your past, you don't have to give me so detailed information.
No, it always goes... Okay, it starts up here, and then it just goes deeper, and then you get to hear something that you don't like about me, and you'll be like, so you can do this? Okay, I'm running. So most of the guys, when you talk to them about these kind of things, they will automatically, like, just leave. When someone hears something that they don't like from your past, they will automatically leave. That's why I support this thing of, okay, it's not good to hide things like maybe probably you are married and you had children in your previous relationship. It's not good to hide such things as those, because I don't take them to be secrets. Because if you have children, everyone can see that you have children, but probably not this person, because maybe you've moved to a new place. But I still don't think like I'm comfortable sharing my past with you, because I want to start afresh. These are things I want to forget, I want to leave behind.
I will say this,
Yeah.
From the moment we started dating, I saw something in you that I loved. I saw a person out of me, thousands of people whom I chose, yeah? So when I selected you out of the many, I told myself that I want to love this lady. And I'm willing to go down with her. If it's going down, we're going down together. If it's going up, we're going up together. In other words, I'm trying to say that I will stick by you. So knowing about your past, if you disclose your past to me, one of the things I'll see is that you are honest with me, and you're willing to open up yourself to let me in. If you don't share about your past, it might mean that you have something which you're sticking to, you're clinging on. Some people heal. If you had a trauma, you heal by talking something out.
I will go to a psychologist. I will go to a psychologist so that I come to you and I'm not that broken.
No,
On a serious note.
No.
I'd rather invest money, go and talk to someone. If I don't have like friends I can trust, I would rather just go and talk to a psychologist.
But I'm here. We are here for each other. I should be your shoulder to lean on.
I'm just getting to know.
Okay, my point is,
okay.
I would appreciate so much if somebody was open to me from day one. I would see that you are honest with me. Then, if a person wants to leave you because of your past, I guess you should be ready, or you should just be open. If the person leaves, well and good. If the person wants to stay, I will know that they are into this relationship. Yeah. Knowing about your past will make me decide whether I want to go or leave. Because I would rather know about your past from you than hear it from somebody else.
Okay, that is another problem. So some people are so much focused in knowing your past, like you're just getting to know each other, but they're so much focused in knowing your past that they don't like concentrate on what you have right now. Get to know me. Like, why are you wasting time? If I've told you I don't want to talk about my past, why should you keep on insisting? You're wasting time. We should be getting to know each other and spending some quality time together. But in real sense, you're just like so obsessed to a point like, if I can't tell you, you start being a detective. You go and look for my friends, or maybe relatives who will tell you about my past life, how things have been. So I would be offended if you had something from someone else and it's something that I didn't want to share. So sometimes I think it's not right. Like, you should just respect it. If I don't want to talk about it, I don't want to talk about it. But that doesn't mean that I won't talk about it forever in my life. Sometimes we just need to take time as ladies and get to understand you also as a person and know, can I trust this person? It will reach a point I can start sharing things slowly with you. Okay,
when I say about knowing about the person, it does not mean that I met you yesterday and today I'm asking about your past.
Okay.
Definitely, maybe you might have stayed for a couple of months, known each other. And that's why I'm saying that if you share with me about your past, I would have also known your strength.
The problem.
So that won't stop me from loving you. I will just try to play in my part I will just try to avoid mistakes which have taken place in the
Sometimes
past.
if you go digging into someone else's past, you might find some things that you're like, okay, is she capable of doing this? Can she really do this?
So-
and the problem is you hear it from someone else, and maybe this someone else also doesn't like me, and they also add their salt in there. Huh? So it's like, okay, you went there like, I love this person, I've invested my time, and I think she's a serious person, we can live together. But you hear these stories from maybe their friends and blah blah blah, and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe this. Are you willing to lose this? Let's say it's just maybe a few months into the relationship, and you're like, you like this person and you're serious about them. You go digging their past and you find out things that you're like, I can't do this. Yes, I love her, but I think this is too much for me.
Don't
Yet that person, like at that moment, they are not like doing those things, or they don't even want to be connected with those things anymore. You understand?
Yeah, I believe that the moment you choose to stay with somebody, you must at that point the person you're settling down with, you are both mature enough. I believe you don't have the childish behaviors and everything else. You reason maybe the same way, or the level of thinking is probably different from the one you had while in school. So this is the person whom you can reason with. Yeah. So would you rather I hear a certain thing about you from a stranger, or you just tell me yourself and I gauge whether I'm going to live with it or not?
The problem is that you're the one who is going to be stranger. Why don't you just trust me enough if I tell you?
So you will prefer I come to ask you directly?
Yeah, ask me directly. If I don't want to share it, maybe it's because I'm still trying to heal through it. So why don't you just take some time off, and who knows?
What if it's, I've asked you something, you've told me a different thing, then I hear something different from another person? How will you address that?
I think you don't trust me.
You might have lied to me.
No. Another thing I don't like sharing the past is because you hear something about me, or I'll tell you something and you'll start judging me and seeing me in a different way, and you're like, I can't do this, or should I do this? Now you've started questioning the fact that you're like, okay, yes, you're in love with me, but can I continue with this? Because I've had this and that about them. So this means that this is a very dangerous woman. Maybe I did something in my past years. I cannot I cannot rub it off. It's there with me, but I have decided to move on with my life from that. So when you're taking me back there, I feel bad as a person, because I'm also trying to
Yeah, I get you. I guess I'll support you in that, because I guess we all have a dark past, or maybe we have done some things which we have not been proud of. We can't erase them. We just have to accept them. So I agree with you.
Thank you.
So according to me, knowing about your past will help me think about our future. For instance, you might have gone through a medical procedure which affected your sexual life, or maybe your fertility. I might be the kind of a person who wants to have many children, a lineup of children, but you have gone through a medical procedure which interfered with your productivity. So I think it will be right for me to know about your past, something like that.
Yeah, I guess such things you can talk about, especially when you're like, I want to have kids, and I think it's good to open up about some of these things. But my point is just not everything.
Yeah, sure, not everything, but for this point, you agree with me. It's good to know about your past.
You have to
especially when it comes to sexual and productivity.
In a way, it's like you're planning your life.
Yeah.
I want to have 3 kids, and here you have a woman who is infertile. So it's either you adopt kids, but if they don't tell you in advance, you will always be like, what's happening?
You've forgotten that even the man can be infertile.
Yeah, it's possible. That's why people go for medical tests.
So the man should also be open to as in both parties should be open to each other.
I think there are some things that affect you both, and you just have to talk about them as early as you are in a relationship. But if the issue doesn't have a bearing in the relationship anymore, like it doesn't affect us. Yes, it was in my past life, maybe it wasn't something good. But if it doesn't affect us right now, why should we bother about it?
Yeah, I agree.
For such things as getting kids, getting married, and all that, I think people should be open about them, because there are some things that I just had to hide.
But then
In one way or another, it will just come out.
I come to think of it. You might have gone through a medical procedure that interfered with your productivity, but it might be something your ex did that led to you going through a medical procedure. You see, that's something which is built on top of another, on top of another. So I might not be really asking you about your medical condition, but you might be knowing information that led to the medical condition. But you, in your turn, you don't want to disclose it. You see? That's why it's good to disclose everything about your past.
No, it's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. Let's just start from scratch if you're serious about this. But if there are some things that I've said, and I'll repeat again, if there are some things that do have a bearing in the relationship, in the current relationship, it's good to talk about them. It's good to be open about them. That is openness and honesty. But if my past does not have a bearing in this current relationship that we're in, we've started all over, why should we talk about it? Some people also use your past to attack you. Naona, ndio maana uliachwa. Like, you hear someone, maybe you're having an argument or just something gets to happen, and they bring up that point, no wonder aliachwa. This is the reason why she was left. So it's just not right. If I hear you saying that, I will be offended because I trusted you with my past, and then you're now using it against me. It's not fair.
Okay. So you don't want to disclose to me because you don't want me to leave you.
I don't want you to attack me.
No man uliacha, so you assume that I'm going to leave you because I know what made you what made the other guy to leave you in a past relationship. So not disclosing to me, you'll be in the fear that I will leave you when. Not
really leaving me, but I just don't want you to use it against me. Do you get the point? Like,
yeah, I get the point. I get the point.
Not that you leave me, but I don't. Okay, also maybe I'm trying to build this relationship. Then I tell you about these things, and then you're like, okay, in your mind, like you just don't disclose it. You just say, hey, that's the reason why she was left. Okay, and then I do the same thing to you.
I won't stay.
And you'll be like, okay, if the other guy left or the other two guys left, then I'm also...
She's the bad person.
Yeah, she's the bad person. Like, you just judge me based on that, and it's not right. Maybe it's a weakness I have, and it's something that we can work on.
So I guess we say there's some things which you can disclose and those which you can't disclose. And as we're in a relationship, there are questions which you can ask and those which you can't ask. So I guess you can ask, and if I'm in a position to answer, I can answer. If I'm not comfortable answering, I guess it's also important for you to respect that. Yeah, sure.
That's it.
I agree with your point. Okay. I will say that so many people want to know about their partner's past so that they may build something better. Some people are tired of being cheated on. You're tired of starting over from scratch every time. But then I guess you should also be cautious with the kind of questions you ask. If this is the person you want to move on with, you want to build something with for a long time, you'll respect what they say.
A little sensitive.
Yeah, I agree with you that sometimes I might ask something about your past. It might be something you've tried so much to overcome, and I'll be opening your wounds. Yeah. So I agree with you that it's not a good idea to know about your partner's past. Don't dig too much, but you can dig, but not too much.
Just know what is important and what is valuable, what can help you to improve your relationship, and that's it.
Yeah. But I guess it's good to be honest with your partner.
Yeah.
If you're not comfortable talking about something, you will rather tell them that you're not willing to share that at that particular moment, than telling something, lying to them so that they may stop asking.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, some people the guy might insist so much to know about your past, and as a way, as a way of covering the story up, you might just give them a story. I think it's good to tell them that you're not willing to share that thing at that particular time.
At least not.
And when you're ready, you're going to open up to them. But the problem is that you ladies are going to take forever to.
Never ever. Oh, so thank you so much for staying tuned. At least you can also share with us your comments, your views on this topic, and let's continue the conversation down there. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.